That's street great! Now it's time to show you the magic of photo editing, where we make the objects float in mid-air. And now, our burger hero photo is scouting. She's moving at high speeds to show those flying burgers who's the boss.
It's time to be the hero.
Hi everyone, how are you? My name is Baron and welcome to our Facebook Live on how to make a photo montage using Cyberlink's PhotoDirector. Now, we're going to do a little bit of small talk first before we actually head to the main event, because I'd like to know if you're joining us, do let us know where you're coming from. We're broadcasting live from Malaysia. So if you're from another country, I'd really like to know. It's just me, I'm really curious as to where you're coming from. So we're from Malaysia, and if there's anyone in Malaysia, you need to sign in. Just type to us in the comments below where you're coming from. If you're from Malaysia, which part are you coming from? So now let's go on to show you our schedule for tonight. So in today's Facebook Live, we've got a number of things planned out for you. And firstly, we want to talk to you a bit about our video courses, because I'm a filmmaker. I'm coming from Wolfgang Digital Video Production, and we've got full video courses, so I'd like to talk to you about that. Very short one. And then we're going to talk about tonight's giveaway. We're going to give away 2 PhotoDirector the full version. And then we're going straight into PhotoDirector. We're going to talk about the topics, and then we'll get into photo editing, where I'll show you how to make a photo montage. Following that, we'll have our question and answer. So we have our comments. Every live has a comment section, so if you're not sure, type in the comments and let us know if you've got any questions, because I know Cyberlink is watching us. Cyberlink is with us, right? The creators of PhotoDirector, they are with us, and if there's any questions that I couldn't answer, they'll be in a better position to answer, especially if it's concerning PhotoDirector products. Okay, now let's go on to remote online learning. Now, I'm coming from Wolfgang Digital, and we are a video production studio. We also offer training and courses. So our training are usually conducted one-to-one. So great for you guys, because we spend a lot of time helping you through bringing up your strengths and helping you out with your weaknesses. All right, and each of our classes are normally 4 to 8 hours long, so that really depends on which course you're enrolling for. We have mobile videography course, and also we have mobile video editing courses. So we have more than that. We also have a drone videography, drone photography. So lots of courses. Do visit our website. Our website is listed down below together with our phone number. And all our courses, they come with a certificate. So you get to bring back a certificate. And if you're in Malaysia and you're registered with HRDF, you can claim the training from the Human Resources Development Fund. All right. Now let's talk about our giveaway. Okay, so the giveaway for tonight, we're giving out PhotoDirector. Sorry for the typo there. We're giving out 2 PhotoDirector, because initially we're just giving away 1, but last minute changes, we're giving away 2 PhotoDirector app for iOS or Android. So if you win, all right, you got to let us know, are you an iOS or are you on Android? So we'll give you that one. Okay, so you get a 1-year subscription of unlimited updates, and Cyberlink, believe me, they constantly update PhotoDirector, so you will get lots of updates, and later when you have a look at some of the features they have, right, you will really want to get in for the full version because they keep updating it and there's lots of stuff in there for you. Next, we have templates. You've got collages, you've got scenes, you've got effects, you've got styles, lots of things for you. And of course, one of the best thing about PhotoDirector is that you've got lots of stock photos. So if you haven't shot any photos, don't worry. You've got lots of stock photos to try your hand out on. Okay, so how do you win this goodness, all these goodies, right? How do you win? Firstly, like our Facebook page, wolfang.digital. On Facebook, it's wolfang.digital. If you're already here, you should already be on our page. So like our page. And then on this live stream, right, I'd like you to share it to friends who are interested to do photo editing and ask questions. We want to show that you are really involved in this live. You know, we want to see that you really are passionate about PhotoDirector. Then we'll put you in for the lucky draw. Now the winner will be announced within 24 hours on Wolfang Digital's Facebook. Okay, so in 24 hours time, you'll get to know who are the winners. So there will be 2 winners. Okay, so let's move on to the topics that we're going to cover tonight. Okay, so here are the topics, right? Okay, firstly, when we open up PhotoDirector, we are going to browse the image that you have in your gallery. And you get to see me browse through the images that we're going to edit. Okay, followed by that, we're going to enhance the image. So once you browse through the image, the next step actually is to bring your image into the editing. Okay, so when we're editing it, we're going to enhance it, like for example, brighten it, add a bit of sharpness, maybe change a bit of the white balance. Okay, we're going to do all that, and then we're going right into getting a photo montage done. Now, in the photo montage, right, the workflow is like this. We're going to add an image, an additional image. We're going to add an additional image. We're going to crop or reposition that image, and then we're going to do a cutout / removal. We're going to do a cutout and we're going to do a removal. So what is that, right? So just follow the class. I'll show you how awesome this is because it's really quickly done. So you don't have to stress out on how to do it because it's so easy. PhotoDirector is a very easy to use app. Okay, so what else do we have? So cutout / removal, and then we're going to teach you how to save your photos. So what do you do with the photos that you've saved? You can WhatsApp to your friends, WeChat to your friends. You can share it on social media. Okay, so let everyone see your masterpiece. All right, guys and girls. And if you have any questions, right, do put them down into the comments below. So get involved, and hopefully we'll enter you into the lucky draw, and hopefully you'll be one of the winners. Okay, now, so you are learning to, what are you going to be learning to now? You are going to be learning how to browse images. So I'm going to go to my iPad over here. This is my iPad, and I'm going to show you how I browse the image. Okay, so this is, now one thing about PhotoDirector, right, it doesn't work in a landscape mode. It always works portrait mode, unlike their sister software, which is PowerDirector. PhotoDirector works in a portrait mode. So we're going to see a lot of portrait, but don't worry, I will zoom in and out for you as the time comes. Okay, so this is my iPad. I'm going to launch PhotoDirector right now. Okay, so this is PhotoDirector. Now, before we begin, right, check this out. You've got features that you can try out. Some of these features aren't available in the free version, but you get to try it out. So if you look at you've got photo animation, you've got magic brush, you've got cutout. Cutout is what we're going to do tonight. And you've got face softener, many more. Yeah, this is just some of the highlights. Okay, now at the bottom, we're looking at getting inspired. So if you've hit a roadblock, you don't know, okay, what should I create today? Okay, getting inspired, you can go, will take you to the Instagram of PhotoDirector and you can have a look at some of the images that they've created. So maybe that will inspire you to create your own. Okay, you can go for exploration, you can go and check out their templates. Okay, they're all here. You've got tutorials. Okay, so great. Okay, now, firstly, let's go and do some browsing. So I'm going to go to edit over here. I'm going to click on edit. So I've got my library here and I'm going to go to Montage Layers. This is just mine, okay? So this is just mine. Now before we browse and bring in a photo, I'd like to say that if you're following us in this live using PhotoDirector, if you don't have any photos, don't worry. Look at their stock. Click on the stock here. On the right hand side, there's a stock. Okay, stock has lots of photos for you to experiment with. I mean like tons and tons of images. So, you know, you can also search. Now, let's say you love coffee. Who doesn't love coffee, right? You love coffee? Who loves coffee? Put a thumbs up and send it into the comments. I love coffee. All right, yeah. So let's say we want to search for coffee. So COFFEE. And then when we search, you've got like, whoa, lots of images about coffee and drinking coffee and enjoying coffee, right? So you've got lots of stock here. So if you need some inspiration or you need something, you need a really good photo to start off your day and try out PhotoDirector, go ahead, use the stock footage. Sorry, use the stock photos. So I'm just going to close this. No, I'm going to go to Montage Layers. Now, I have two items here that we can use. I have a kitty cat here. This is a kitty cat, and I have a bunch of cuddly toys. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is we bring in the photo, and then we want to do some touch up, like enhance the brightness. Increase the brightness. You know, we want to change the color, tweak the colors a little bit, maybe increase some saturation. So, which would you like me to work on? Do you want a kitty cat? Or do you want the cuddly toys? Put them in the comments now and we'll check it and we'll be back shortly and we'll just work on what you think would be really nice. So we've got the kitty cat here and we've got this kitty cat is she's brand new, yeah? This kitty cat is brand new. So we're checking on the comments right now. Okay, who is that? William Uy, hey, welcome to our Facebook Live. Thanks for joining us, William. All right, so nothing on the kitty cat or the cuddly toys yet. So I guess the decision is mine. So I'm going to use the kitty cat. So I'm going to click on the kitty cat. Now she's brand new. She's like only a couple of weeks new, right? She's just starting to sprout some fur. When we first saw her a couple of weeks back, still like really fragile, but okay. Now when you want to zoom into a photo, what you can do is, somebody said something about coffee. I love coffee. Oh, it's William, right? Okay, you want to zoom into the photo, right? Pinch, right? Like that's normal, everybody knows that, right? So just zoom in. Okay, so we've got a kitty cat here. Now the problem with this photo was I took it without any flash. Okay, so this photo was shot with a Sony RX100 Mark VII. Now there is no flash, so everything is very dark. So of course we will need to brighten it up. So if you look at the bottom, right, I'm going to zoom into the bottom of the image. Okay, so I've got the bottom of the image. Right, let me just go to the bottom. Okay, I'm going to the bottom of the image for the close-up. Okay, now I'm going to click on adjustments. All right, so I'm going to click on adjustments. Okay, so with adjustments, let me see if I can get you a close-up of the bottom part. Okay, I'm going to go for a close-up of the bottom part. Okay, so firstly, we want as photo editors, the first thing you need to ask yourself is, what do you want to do? Okay, so we break it down and then we tackle each issue. So firstly, it is really dark. So we want to brighten it up. So I'm going to click on exposure. and I'm going to drag it up and brighten up this image. Pretty basic, right? Okay, next. Highlights. When you see highlights here, right? Highlights refer to the brightest parts of an image. Normally, the whitest. Okay, and then you've got shadows. Shadows refer to the darkest part or the blackest part of an image. So normally we would want to pull down the highlights, which means, right, we are actually reducing the brightness of the brightest area, and we want to increase the brightness of the shadows. So shadows go up and highlights go down, right? Okay, so shadows, I'm going to increase the shadows so that it looks a little bit brighter, okay, but not too bright. Don't make it look overexposed. And then the highlights, maybe I think there's not much highlights here, so I'm just going to increase it a tad. Okay, done. So because we have increased the shadows, we have brightened up the shadows, we need to add some contrast so the image doesn't look too dull. All right, so I'm going to go to contrast and I'm going to bring it up a wee bit. Okay, just a wee bit. Okay, done. 1.6. Okay, then I may want to change the color temperature. Color temperature doesn't mean like, ow, it's hot. No, not really. Color temperature means is a color or is the overall color too warm? Warm meaning like very orange, very yellow, very orange, very red. Is the colors too warm, or are the colors too cold? Cold meaning like bluish, purplish, right? So when we look here, I guess it's a little bit too warm because of the blanket that we put for her. So we're going to click on temperature, and because it's too warm, we're going to shift it to the left to make it a little bit more blue. Okay, follow me. If you're not sure, I can repeat this again. All you need to do is to type it out in the comments below. Alright, so I'm going to shift the slider to the left. Okay, and now let me show you. The extreme looks like this. Okay, we've got a really pink kitty cat. So pink. Wow, something's wrong here, right? It's too pink. So the other end is we got something that just doesn't look right because it's just too warm, too yellow, right? Maybe a little bit dirty, so maybe not that. So you saw the both sides of the extremes, so I'm just going to go for a little bit of pinkishness, not too much, a little bit of bluishness, not too much. Now done. So let's explore tint. What does tint do? Tint usually makes your image either greenish or reddish. Okay, so for example, go over to the right, it's reddish. Go over to the left, it's a little bit yellowish. Okay, but it's very undertone, right? It's not really, it just adjusts a little bit, so you don't see like an exaggerated amount. Like temperature adjusts a lot. Okay, tint just adjusts a little bit. Okay, so I'm just maybe, yeah, I can adjust tint, I can don't adjust tint. That really isn't an issue right now. Okay, next, when we look at the overall image, we see there's a lot of pink, right? Because we have her. Now this kitten is a stray kitten, right? So we brought her home. We gave her a little, I wouldn't call it a cage, a little enclosure so that she can be sheltered from the rain, from the elements. And her mom, large black cat, her mom goes in there and, you know, takes care of her, cleans her. So what we want to do is, because this is a pink enclosure, we want to reduce the pink because the pink is a bit too distracting. So I'm going to click on HSL. What in the world is HSL? HSL, most photo editing software has this, even video editing software we have this. So HSL stands for hue, saturation, lightness. Let's click on it. Now see, look here, right? Firstly, you've got hue. Hue means color. Okay, so saturation means how much of that color. Lightness means, well, is it too dark? You want to make it darker, you want to make it brighter. So that's what it means. Color and how much of it and how bright of it. Yeah, you follow me? Okay, now when we look at the adjustments, all the sliders here, look at the bottom, right? You will see you've got all these little squares. Now I'm going to target a color to reduce. So I'm going to click on the pink because overall a lot of pink. I'm going to click on the pink and I'm going to reduce the saturation of the pink. See, now this is totally hardly any saturation, right? So I'm going to raise it up a little bit. We don't want it to be like totally no pink, we just want less of it. And look at lightness. Okay, lightness makes it dark. See, even kitty cat's fur is affected, so we don't want too much. On the other end of the spectrum, wow, somehow it's overexposed, right? So okay, let's not go too light or too dark, so I'm just going to put it around here. Okay, any questions? So it looks like we're more or less done with how to color touch up or how to enhance an image that you've just taken. So are there any questions here before I move on to the next step? Do put them down in the comments if you've got any questions. Now, if you're just joining us, right, I'd like to welcome you. My name is Baron, and this is Facebook Live with Cyberlink, where we're actually creating photo montages. I'm a filmmaker. I make videos on land, sea, and air. So I'm going to help you out on how to make a photo montage today with PhotoDirector from Cyberlink. Now, the link to the software, the link to the app is already in our Facebook page, so you go ahead and download it so that you can follow the class. Today we're going to put you guys into a lucky draw, and there will be 2 winners. Within 24 hours, we'll announce 2 winners for the full version of PhotoDirector. Okay, now, is Cyberlink with us? I just want to know if Cyberlink, you're with us, right? Do drop us a comment. Cyberlink is represented by Mr. Justin Su. Justin Su is, hopefully he's with us. I think he is, yeah? Okay, he's with us. And if Justin is with us, do drop us a comment. Okay, so no questions, right? So I'm going to go on to the next part. So once we've already done the color enhancements and the exposure checking. Once we're done with that, exposure correction and color enhancement. Once we're done with that, hey, wait a minute. One more thing. Let's increase a little bit of sharpness. Okay, there's a sharpness tab here. There's a sharpness button here. I just increase it a little bit, and maybe saturation. Okay, so you're going to increase a bit of saturation. So hopefully you managed to follow me. We've touched almost every button here, right? You may not need to do all of it. Okay, so it depends on how your image looks like. The most important would be exposure, contrast, highlight, especially shadows. Okay, because many of us tend to take darker photos, right? So that's why shadows need to be tweaked. And then we can go on to color temperature. That's a little bit more on the advanced level. So if you're comfortable, to tweak your temperature. HSL if you want to. Okay, so that is done. So when that is done, let me show you the top part of PhotoDirector. Okay, at the top part, right, you will see a before and after icon. Now check it out. Let's see how much difference our color tweaking has made. Okay, so over here, there's like a page flip, so I'll just click on it. That was before, and this is after, right? Okay, let's check that out again. Before, right? It's a bit too dark because I didn't use any flash, and we don't want to disturb our little kitty cat here. So we didn't use any flash, but we managed to brighten it up. Okay, now when you're happy with it, click on the tick mark here. There's a checkbox mark. Click on it. So I'm going to click on this. Okay, so we're done. Now, what I want to do next is, before we actually go into the photo montage, what I want to do next, right? We can actually make a nice photo out of this. Okay, let's just go one step further and let's add in some text. Okay, so this is bonus, yeah, this is bonus. It's not really a photo montage, but it's bonus for you. So I'm going to click on text tools down here. Can you see that? Down here, text tool. I'm going to click once. Okay, so it gives you 2 options. Do you want to create a text or do you want to create a text bubble? So I want to create a text bubble. You all know what text bubble is, right? You see that a lot in comics. You've got like a balloon and words on it. So I'm going to click on the text bubble. Now, next is to select the bubble. So there's a bunch of bubbles here for you to select. However, if you want more, you want to see, sorry, if you want to see all of them, you click on this triangle button over here. Okay, so it will expand and show you all the text bubbles. Now, otherwise, I'm going to collapse this. Otherwise, you can go all the way to the beginning to the left, and you will see there's a plus. There's a plus, right? Click on the plus. That means more goodies are installed. Okay, it's loading it up. Now, lots of text bubbles. You've got new, and you've got it's still loading. See what I mean, right? So many. So it's still loading. There are new. There are top. So you can even let's see. Wow, I haven't gone through this yet. So let's see. Oh, there's some for Lunar New Year. There's some for Happy Birthday. Yeah. So lots and lots and lots. Okay, wait. Let me find something that looks good. Let's go and select new. Okay, hang on. I'm a little bit particular about this. Let me see if I can. What's nice? What's nice? Okay, my producer says keep going, keep going, keep going. How about something here? Something here? Here, this one, the blue one, right? Okay, I'm just going to click on the blue one here. Oh, no, the one I was looking at, here, the one at the end. Here, right. Yeah, they see it, the one at the end. Okay, I'm just going to click on this. Text bubble, so I'm going to click on it. Okay, so we have got a text bubble here, so pinch to make it bigger. Okay, now if you look at the boundary, right, you see there's an icon that lets you flip, because right now I can put the text bubble here, but I can flip it around and move it here. But I think not, because we're blocking too much of her face, right? So I'm going to flip it. Okay, flip it back. Okay, so now we've got the text bubble here, and I'm going to tap once and add in the text, right? So what day is today? Today is Friday. What kind of a Friday is it? It's a perfect Friday. All right, so I'm going to type in PURR, perfect Friday. All right, everyone, guys and girls, perfect Friday. All right, isn't this awesome? So we're done. Okay, what's next is probably to just recrop the photo, and then we're good to go. So I'm just going to click on the tick mark here, and maybe you'd like to use the tools on the left side, lowest left, and maybe you'd like to click crop and rotate. So to crop and rotate original, it's going to constrain you, but you can click on custom, and maybe you just like to do the shape that you like. Okay, maybe I'll just do like this, and then I click the checkbox here. Okay, everyone, it's a perfect Friday. Okay, good. So how do you save it? You save it. Okay, I'm going to bring the camera to the top. It's going to bring it to the top. Okay, how do you save it? This question, believe me, people have asked before. Yeah, because it's not very obvious, correct? You see a little like a file clipboard folder thing on the upper right hand side. Okay, you click on that. Okay, and your photo is saved. That's it, right? It's saved. So where do you find it? In your gallery. Okay, I'm going to close this. Now, are there any questions before we go to photo montage for real? I'm going to click home. No questions? Okay, fine. So I'm going to click home, and then I'm going to click on my edit button over here. Got that, right? And then I'm going to look at my gallery. Now I've got two models over here, two poses for my model. All right, Erin over here has given me, actually she's given me more than two poses, but I've highlighted these two. I've narrowed down these two. So which pose should I use? Any comments? Which pose should I use? Should I use the one where she is holding the fork, Erin with the fork, or Erin with both burger buns? Which one would you like me to work on? No comments yet? Okay, no problems. Then I will choose this one. This is my favorite one. Okay, I'm going to choose her with the burger bun. Okay, so actually I meant to put in a background first. So whenever you're doing a photo montage, right, this is not really a background. This is, well, you can have more fancy backgrounds that is different from the wall that you shot your model in, right? But if you plan to have a different background, get that in first before you bring in your main photo. Okay, so I'm just going to go back home again, and I'm going to click on edit. I'm going to select a background. So I'm going to go to stock. Now you get to see, it's just a glimpse as to how huge the stock library of PhotoDirector. So I'm going to click here, and I'm going to select something abstract. I'd like something colorful, yet not too distracting, and something that's really fun. Okay, so I'm going to, whoa, look at this. Right, there's actually a lot, but yeah, look at that. So many interesting backgrounds labeled under abstract, right? Okay, I think, yeah, this one reminds me of marshmallow and ice creams, right? So I'm going to use this. So it's fitting, you know, because it's a kid's photography, kid's portrait. So I'm going to use this. I'm going to use this image. Now, once this image is in, the next thing you want to do is to bring in your main photo. So this acts as a background. We're going to add in an additional image. Okay, so down here, I'm going to select add image. Add image. So I'm going to click on add image. And this is where I bring in my talent or my model. So I'm going to bring Erin in here. And Erin goes into the montage. Okay, don't worry. If it's a little bit small, don't worry. Okay, PhotoDirector is just trying to fit everything in. Don't worry about that. The first thing that you probably want to do is, okay, what I want to do here is to remove the background first. Okay, remove the background, position her in the right area of the composition, and then I'm going to bring all the burger ingredients and make it look like as if she's catching it. Okay, so firstly, we don't have to make it big or small. Well, okay, let's say we want to scale her up. That's fine. Okay, so it's up to you. The workflow, either way will work. So I'm going to just click on. I've already made her big, right? So I'm going to click on this. This is a very important step because right now we're learning about cutout. Really important step. It's about cutout. Cutout means I'm going to remove the background. Okay, I've got what you're going to learn, right? I'm going to put it up on screen right now. Okay, so, okay, yeah. So right now we've browsed the image, we've enhanced the image. Okay, we're now adding an image. We've just added an image, and then we're doing cutout. All right, so back to the screen again. So we're almost done, right? Okay, so I'm going to click on cutout. This one you mustn't miss, right? Is at the bottom, on the rightmost. You will find cutout, the one with a little ducky, right? Okay, you click on cutout. Okay, so now this part is a little bit tricky, but PhotoDirector has made it really easy. So it can even be fun because Erin over here loves this. Erin loves this because when she saw me doing it, right, she asked, "Hey, Daddy, can I get this app as well?" So maybe you'd like to share this app with your kid because she's way at the corner there and she's experimenting with all these features, you know, and she loves it. So share this with your kid if you have children, right? Share the app with them. They can create fantastic images because their imagination is just running wild. All right, so now when I look at this image, I want to remove the background. So I'm going to click on, at the bottom left, you see a hand icon with a plus. So I'm going to click on that, right? Can you see that? I'm going to click on that and I'm going to just draw on the background. It doesn't have to be perfect. The app will analyze and the app will select. So remember, I'm going to say this a few times. Red means the areas you have selected. So I'm going to color this part as well. Okay, I'm going to color this part as well. Okay, so look at what we have here. if I were to, so we've got the background selected, right? We've got the background selected. Let's select a bit more. This part isn't selected yet, and just see how simple it is, right? We've got the background selected. Voila. Okay, but that actually is not what we want. What we want is the talent selected. Okay, so I can reverse the selection by clicking on this, you see a circle with dotted lines. Okay, I'm going to click on that. Click once. Okay, so the talent, the Erin, is in red, which means she is selected. When I choose cutout, anything that is not in red will be removed. Okay, get that? Anything that is not in red, when I click cutout, anything that is not in red will be removed. So what is not in red yet? Her hands. So I'm going to click on the hand plus icon, and I'm just going to see how easy it is, right? And we've got Erin selected almost her elbows, and this tricky part here. Let me show you the top. Let's go to the top portion. Okay, you see the top, right? You have a little like window to show you which areas have been selected. Okay, what I meant to say is it magnifies the area for you. Now you see it magnifies. Okay, so you can actually see what you're selecting. Okay, any questions here? No questions, yeah? Okay, so does anybody want to know whether you can adjust the brush size? Yes, you can. So how do you adjust the brush size for the selection? You see there is a, next to the round dotted circle, there is another round circle. When I click on it, that will show you your brush size. Okay, so for all the fine areas like hair, in between fingers, you can maybe minimize or reduce your brush size so that you can reach those places. Okay, so this looks great. I have my talent, Erin, selected. So I'm going to choose cut. Ta-da! So you see, I have, so I'm going to pinch around. So yeah, I pinch around so that I can reposition Erin. There she is. Okay, now what's next is we are going to bring in a few more layers, a few more footage. Sorry, I keep saying footage because I love doing videos. We're going to bring in a few more photos, namely the burger bun and maybe the lettuce. And yeah, let's try that first. Okay, so to bring in another layer, what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the lowest, right? There is a, see the layer with plus, all right? I'm going to add layers. I'm going to click on that. Then it's asking you add photo, text tools, stickers. We're going to get photo, so I'm going to add a photo. Now which photo I'm going to bring? Okay, I'm going to bring in, I have here, so we've shot this earlier on, right? You've seen the opening video. Yeah, we had great fun shooting it. Wow. You know, the worst part about shooting, the worst part about doing food videos and food photos, right, is that everything there is so juicy, so beautiful, because you want it to look great. So the food, you take extra care to make it, and then you look at it and it's like, oh, when can I, start enjoying the food? Let's get the shoot done. Okay, so I'm going to bring in the burger patty. Now burger patty is here. So what I want to do before I start doing the cutout is I'm going to choose crop and rotate. We didn't do that for Erin earlier because there wasn't anything to crop or rotate. But right now, for the burger patty, we may need to. So firstly, I'm going to remove backgrounds, remove areas which are unnecessary. So I'm going to click on custom so that I can isolate the burger patty. Okay, that looks good. Isolate it. Okay, then if it's all right, I'm going to click on the check mark. So we're done. Okay, so next we're going to remove the background. So I'm going to go over to cut out. Okay, so two ways. Earlier on I showed you how we remove the background from Erin. This way, let's do a twist. We're going to select, instead of selecting the background, I'm going to select the subject itself. So with the hand plus icon, Just draw on it. Ta-da! So easy, right? You don't have to like go in there and touch it up one by one, right? Okay, but see, the fork, when I zoom in, the fork is a little bit selected, right? We don't want the fork to be selected. And so I'm going to click on the minus, and I'm going to remove this part of the selection. Okay. Are we done? Yes, we are. Cut. Ta-da! So, burger patty is there. Now let's just put the burger. Can you adjust it later? Yes, you can. Alright, so we'll just leave it here first. Some more. So we're going to bring in another layer and add photo. Do drop a comment if you think I'm going too fast. I can slow it down. I'm going to go, oh sorry, I'm going to go to my, where are my layers? My montage layers. Now, oh, let's see, there's a bun here, or there's a letters. Bun, letters, letters. So I'm going to click on the letters. So, same cycle, we're going to go to crop and rotate, and then we're just going to click on custom, and then isolate, as in remove all the unnecessary background so it gives you less work, right? Okay, done. So I'm going to click on the checkbox, the OK button. Now, next, where? Cut out. Okay, I'm going to ask you the same question later so that you get the workflow ingrained into you. Okay, so what do we remove here? Do we remove the background or do we select the subject? I think I will select the subject. It makes it easier. So I'm going to select the subject like now. Ta-da! We're done. Okay, so I'm going to click cut. Okay, now don't worry about the fork. Don't worry about the fork because we will be learning how to do removal later. Okay, so don't worry about the fork. I'm just going to put this. I'm going to put this here. Okay, that looks good. Now, before I import the next footage, right, before I bring in the next photo, I like the letters isn't at its best. Maybe, I don't know, it's not looking that fresh. So I'm going to click on adjust at the bottom. And now this is where tint is very useful. I'm going to go to tint. Where's my tint? Yeah, I'm going to click on tint. Okay, this is one time where tint is really useful. So I'm going to drag the slider to the left. Can you see that? So green, right? This is like, okay, see, I'm going to click on the before, after. Before, right? Not as fresh. After, too fresh, right? It looks like it's radioactive. No. Okay, less, a little bit less, more realistic. Okay, around here. Okay, so done. Okay, so we've got our veggie, and I'm going to bring in the bun. So I'm going to add photo. I'm going to click on montage layers, and then which bun should I use? I think I'll use this bun, the more side profile one. Okay, so there's a bun there. Where do we go next? What? Right? I always ask my trainees this kind of questions so that keep them on their toes, you know. What do we do next? What is the next workflow? We click on crop and rotate to isolate the subject further so that we don't have to work so hard to remove it. Okay, so done. I'm clicking on the OK. All right, now after that, do what? Go to ducky, right? We're gonna remove. We're gonna do a cut. Okay, so how do we do the cut? What do we select? Do we select the background? Well, we can, but I think selecting the braid would be more practical. So I'm just gonna highlight the braid. Ta-da! Woo! Love this app. I'm gonna do a cut. Okay, so we've got a burger. Now, you can of course add in more, right? So yeah, for those of you who are just joining us, if you want to follow the class and you don't have any photos, you can go to the stock library of PhotoDirector. Just at the time when you import, when you bring in your photos, there's this area called stock. Yeah, lots of stock, you can work on those. Okay. So I've got a burger here. Now, questions would be, can you reselect? Can you select and move the layers? Yes, you can. I can put the letters here. I can put the bun, I can put a patty here. I can put the bun way up top. All right, so I can resize it. Okay, I can resize it. Maybe let's move it further away from each other like this. Okay, I can resize it now. Any questions? We're almost done here. Any questions? Let's check. No questions. All right. Looks like you guys are pretty pro. Great. Okay, so now, how about rearranging the layers? Can I make one layer in front or one layer at the back? How do we do that? No problems. Easily done. So now let's have a look at this image, right? Okay. So you've got the letters in front of the patty. How do we move the letters behind the patty? So at the top, you will notice like this multiple layer icon. You click on it, right? And then you can see arrange up, arrange down. So arrange up, arrange down. So click on the one that you prefer. There you go. Simple, right? You can even make the burger or the patty. You can even make the patty appear behind Erin. All right. So all I need to do is click on that icon again. See? But that just means that she missed the patty. Nah. She didn't miss the patty. It's all good. Oops. Okay. So let me put her back, and I'm going to take the. Oops. Okay, I'm going to take the patty out. I'm going to zoom out on this because I've made a mess out of it. So I'm just going to zoom out a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to select Erin again, move her up. Like so. Okay, so I'm going to take the patty, and should we put patty up first? Okay, patty up there, the letters down here, right? But we want them to be next to each other. Okay, and then the bun. Now you can rotate the bun. So rotate, you just click. No, not click. You touch on it, both fingers, and then you just rotate. See, touch, two fingers, rotate. Okay, yeah. Okay, so maybe give some spacing. There you go. All right. Any questions? Because once I commit to this, I won't be able to get back to it. Any questions? Let me know so that I can show it to you again if you've missed anything here. So those of us who just joined us, right, we are talking about how to create a photo montage. What is a photo montage, if you're wondering? Is a photo montage is an image with multiple layers that probably aren't related to each other, that were not shot together. So we're putting it together and creating a unique masterpiece. Okay, so no questions. Okay, so I'm going to commit to this. So I'm going to click the tick mark here. So it's asked me, do I want to make changes? Yes, I do. Thank you very much. Click OK. All right, so what's left? We are going to remove, I know. We're going to remove the fork that's left behind. All right, so how do we remove the fork? Now we go to the first tool, which is called Tools. Okay, we're going to click on that. And then, right, we're going to click on Removal. So I'm going to click on Removal, the one at the end. So how to remove? Very simple. Just select the item you want to remove. Okay, then you click on Apply. So PhotoDirector will analyze the image, and then it will remove what you ask it to. So you can also click on the layer, the before and after icon at the bottom. Before and after, so before, after, before, after, before, after, before, after, before, after, before, after. Okay, so we're done. If you're not happy with it, you can always just take your, you can always just brush over it, you know, and apply again and see what turns up. Looking good. Okay, so I'm going to zoom out, and if this is actually what you want, just click on the say yes. Okay, so we have our burger hero here. Now, Notice that at the bottom, she's like floating in mid-air, right? So we might want to crop it, reframe the photo a little bit. So I'm going to go to Tools, click on Crop/Rotate. Okay, so I'm going to click on Custom. So I'm going to make this lower, right? Okay, select, and there you go. So I'm going to click yes. Okay, what's missing? Maybe we want to do text. Okay, now let's do a text effect here. Move along at the bottom, right? And then there's text tools. So I click on text tool, and then what do? Text bubble, right? Okay, so let's explore some more bubbles and see which one we can experiment with. Which one looks good? Okay, let's see which one. Maybe this guy. All right, this guy, this one. Okay, I'm going to click on it. There you go. So make it bigger. So I'm going to reposition it, and maybe I need to flip it. So flip is using the icon on the edge of the bar of the edge of the boundary box here. So I click on it. There you go. The other way looks better, right? So the other way. Okay. So I'm going to, what do we write? Come on, what do we write? Burger, B-U-R-G-E-R. Burger time. Burger time, folks. Oh, spelling error. Burger time. And another burger, so that I get the icon. I want to get the icon. Burger. Burger. There you go. Okay, so I'm going to click done. So do you want a shadow? Because at the bottom left, there is a little shadow button we can click on. So to make the text bubble stand out. Okay, so it's without the shadow, with the shadow, and you can choose to reduce opacity, increase opacity, so it's really up to you. And there are fonts. You can choose your fonts, what kind of fonts you like. Yeah, so very versatile and very user-friendly software. It's available on your iOS or Android device. So if this is all right, I'm just going to click on OK. Ta-da! So we're done with our photo montage. Yeah! Okay, so how do we save it? Now, do have a look at this, right? At the top, there is this little dots that we click on, and over there at the dots, right? Okay, let me show you again. At the dots here, you click on it. Okay, now this one, you got to make sure that if you're a very quality-centric kind of person, click on it and select the biggest, the highest resolution photo, right? If okay, let's do that again. If your hard disk is a problem, you don't have enough insufficient space, right? Maybe you like to make a smaller resolution photo, but I would like the biggest, which is the Ultra HD. I'm going to click on that. Okay, so this is how when you export or when you save your photo, you tell PhotoDirector do you want a lower resolution photo or a higher resolution one. Got it? Cool? Okay, so we're going to save it. So to save it, we are clicking, wait, I don't need to save it, you have it here. So this is our photo montage, guys and girls. So, okay. We're going to go to our question and answer time. So let's move on to question and answer. Okay, so what topics do you wish to learn in the next episode? The next episode, right, I may be doing PowerDirector, which is video editing. But if you feel that you want to see more PhotoDirector, let us know in the comments. Hey, I want to learn about PhotoDirector and I want to learn how to do what, right? I'd like to learn how to do what. Okay, so all this, keep the comments coming because we want to select 2 of you to win. We want to select 2 of you to win the PhotoDirector app. Yeah, so it will be on our Facebook tomorrow. Yeah, okay, let's see how do you get to win it. Let's go through that again. You get to win it by you got to do all of this, yeah? Like our Facebook page, Wolfgang Digital, and in this live stream, like it, share it, ask questions. All right, so in 24 hours time, it'll be on our Facebook page. The winner will be on our Facebook page. Okay, let's have a look at our social media handles, my social media handles. Okay, so these are my social media handles. Okay, our website is wolfgangdigital.com, and we're online on YouTube and on Facebook as well. My name is Baron, and then now let's have a look at Cyberlink's social media handles. At the last, under Q&A. Okay, let's go to Q&A. Now these are Cyberlink. Cyberlink is the creator of PowerDirector and PhotoDirector. Okay, so they are the creator. They made these softwares, and these are their social media handles on Facebook. They are very active, right? And they keep coming up with tutorials. My tutorials are a little bit different because they are interactive and they're a little bit longer, so that I can explain to you all the little details. But Cyberlink, they have quick tutorials which you can see and you can learn. All right, it's great inspiration. So go and check them out on Facebook, on Instagram, and you've got their website, cyberlink.com. Now, Justin would be our marketing for Cyberlink, and if you've got any questions, Justin can help you out here. All right, so this is Justin's email at the bottom. Okay, so let's go back to the question and answer. And okay, let's see. So again, what topics would you like to learn in the next episode of our Facebook Live with Cyberlink? All right, put them into the comments. I'm going to just pop over a bit and see if there are any questions before we close the session. No questions? Okay, great. So we're going to close this session. So we're from Wolfgang Digital, and we have digital video courses for you to sign up with, and also we do video production. So do visit us on our website and on social media, and we want to wish you to have great edits and stay safe. It's Baron here, and I'm signing off from Wolfgang Digital.